So, the Office for National Statistics has come up with this figure of 29% increase in shop theft. But from what base? Because the vast majority of managers and shop owners have stopped reporting the crime to the police. The last 3 Home Secretaries have all said exactly the same thing. Oh, we'll do away with the so-called £200 limit. Now, the Policing Minister, Dame Diana Johnson, says she's going to do away with the £200 limit. For goodness sake, when is it actually going to happen? When I speak to my local Police and Crime Commissioner, Darryl Preston, he says to me, the budgets are set locally, and I've got to prioritise more serious crime. So here is tonight's ITV News report on the increase in shop theft and other crimes.
Now, for anyone who has seen that scuffle in the supermarket aisle or heard the shouting at the checkout, the fact that shoplifting keeps going up and up may not be too much of a surprise. It's almost a third higher than in the previous 12 months, nearly 500,000 incidents. That's a new 20-year high. Others so-called cost of living crimes are up too.
Security cameras capture it all. Shoplifting has become a daily battle for retail staff. Thieves making off with hundreds of pounds worth of goods. In full view of CCTV, this man brazenly walks out with a television. In Coventry, Paul showed us the latest in a long line of shocking incidents.
You get abused on a weekly basis, you then become demoralised and you think, why am I doing this for anymore? There's no support for us retailers, coming from police or from government, to try and help tackle this problem.
Retail bosses warn there's a huge personal and economic cost to this spiralling problem.
These are not victimless crimes, plus there is a big financial cost to the retail sector, which is the largest employer of people outside of the NHS, the single largest employer of people, young people in the country.
Overall, crime has risen by 10% in England and Wales over the last year. Offences like shoplifting are at a 20-year high, up nearly a third. There's also been a huge increase in snatch theft, more than doubling in 1 year, up 144%, while consumer and retail fraud has also surged. In Brighton, Carol was scammed out of nearly £80,000. She was tricked into downloading software, giving fraudsters access to her bank account. It took 18 months to finally get a refund.
I always thought this could never happen to me, but it was so clever. Anybody else that finds themselves in an identical position, I would say that you need to go to the Financial Ombudsman as soon as possible.
Ministers are talking tough on crime. The government said it will restore neighbourhood policing across the country and has promised more dedicated officers on the street. But in areas like this that have been blighted by crime for years, trust in policing is low. Everyone we've spoken to said the shoplifting, the antisocial behaviour, the disorder is all driven by drugs. Criminals in Middlesbrough have even trashed this charity shop.
Who would shoplift from a charity shop? People must be so desperate or mindless or thoughtless that they feel that that's an okay thing to do.
Labour say their mission is to make streets safer, but some thieves are becoming more audacious than ever. Sarah Corker, News at 10.